my question for these fine gentlemen was going to be what their position was on the very controversial and I think very courageous and correct decision by the Central Falls School Board and Superintendent Gallo to take a stand and say, no, it ends here. And also your larger question, the larger question about your position on the public employee pension catastrophe that is overwhelming our state and our country. You've answered my question. That's it. It's something that's got to be done.
Pension reform. Pension reform.
Complete.
And we're in such dire need of pension reform.
Richard, you're going to answer.
I apologize. Yeah, definitely. You hit the nail on the head. Definitely. Pension reform.
I wish I could get a deal where I could put in $100,000 over the course of a career into something and get $3 million out of it. Yeah. You know, drug dealers don't make those kind of profits. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. You know, it's unsustainable.
I don't think we need a pension reform. I think we need the pension replaced with a 401k system. You know how the pension system works in Rhode Island? Your pension is based on your last 3 years' pay.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. We have legislator Bill Martin, who's been in the General Assembly for 18 years. Now I believe he's running for Attorney General. So if he gets that office, he's going to have 4 years at the Attorney General's pay, and that's going to boost his pension by probably about $45,000 every year for the rest of his life. And he's paid in peanuts because he's been paying based on his General Assembly salary. And I think that was part of the reason why they made general offices 4 years. Because if they were in for 4 years, they could appoint all their buddies into those high-paying $100,000 a year plus jobs, and that's what their pension would be based on. So you have, like you say, you have people that have put in $40,000, $50,000 over their working history with the state, and they're collecting $70,000 a year pensions. And if, on your way out, if you want to look at my truck, I have a little bracket around the license plate. It says Rhode Island, the pension state.
I agree with my colleagues on the DS, excuse me. It is one of those things. We have to move to a standard 401k.
Yes.
The function of municipal and government unions and those type of things was to be able to provide people a living wage. They made 10 times the living wage. Talking about the Central Falls situation where the average salary of these teachers is $72,000 to $79,000 to work 180 days. Okay?
6.5 hours a day.
6.5 hours a day. Thank you very much. And they don't extrapolate that out to a full year. They make the equivalent. They can get a second job in the summer because they're not working. They make $100,000, $120,000 a year. And I love the teachers. We need teachers. I've had teachers who were inspirational to me in my life. Fortunately, I was at a Catholic school and they make half the money and do 10 times a better job of the performances there. I think Central Falls is a model for most of our schools across the state. I think that we should even lower the threshold for that to occur across our schools in our state. Our future is our children. Our children suffer. The unions are self-interested. In my city in Cranston, 88% of our municipal budget goes towards the cost of schools. It's something close to 92% of that budget goes towards salaries. Okay? So we have bad books, old books, broken, we have libraries, we have leaking ceilings, and yet we have people worrying about having to pay 10%. I pay Cobra $1,189.90 a month. The reason why I know that because the check went out of my account today. Okay? We need to have that reform. They have to come in line with the private sector and come in line with reality, not only the private sector. Almost everyone in this room here has taken a pay cut in the past 2 years. The only people in the state who haven't happens to be the unions. So we need to fix it. We need to fix it now. We can't do it in baby steps anymore. We're close to being at a nuclear option here in the state. So I hope all of you support all of your legislators.